say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wonderful. Thank you, Rich.
Yeah.
Still 24 to 26 miles.
Press people on. Not that chat from yes, no will song. Like only have 22 in my song. When I feel so, forget the next on fool. Press trigger, me no press people on. Not that chat from yes, no will song. Like only have 22 in my song. When I feel so, forget the next on fool. Anytime you want to pull out this system, you know this with the token on the side.
The 2023 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2023 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight as we get ready for a matchup of two Shenandoah County teams. It is the visiting 11 and 15 Newmarket Rebels and the homestanding first place in the Valley Baseball League 17 and 7 Strasburg Express. The Express are coming off of a win in dominant fashion last night, 17 to nothing over the Stanton Braves in a game that only lasted 6.5 innings. Strasburg last night with 6 home runs, and that was a new franchise record, so they'll look to follow that up here tonight against the Rebels, who they have already beat a couple of times here in 2023. On the mound tonight for the Express is Chase Ingram. Ingram is a 6'3" righty out of the University of Alabama, Birmingham, and Pleasant Hill, California. He comes into the game with a 1-0 record, and he'll see what he can do against the Newmarket Rebels, who come into the game 7 games out of first place behind the Express in the Valley League standings. Starting lineup tonight for the Rebels, leading off and playing third base, it's Bryce Safrowich. Batting second is Jude Dresmecki, the right fielder. Batting third and playing center field, it's Elrico Riley. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Austin Epley. Batting fifth is the left fielder, Aaron Saltzman. Batting sixth and playing position number 6, the shortstop, Carlos Irizarry. Batting seventh is Nolan Cutney, the DH. Batting eighth is the catcher, Joseph Duffer. And batting ninth and playing second base tonight for the visiting Newmarket Rebels is Sean Stewart. Luke Dresmecki is on the mound tonight for the visiting Newmarket Rebels. An overcast night here at the ballpark. Temperature dropping a little bit with some breeze, some surrounding storms, but hopefully we'll be okay here tonight at First Bank Park to play some baseball without any interruptions. Time to get ready for some baseball here tonight from Strasburg. As we get ready to get things started tonight, Bryce Safrowich, the third baseman, will step up. Safrowich out of Penn State Harrisburg from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 5'7", righty, 170. and he will step in here against Chase Ingram. First pitch of the game is a pop-up in the infield. Shortstop LaSala backs up, makes the catch at 7 o'clock, and that's how we get started here tonight.
Now batting the right fielder from St. Andrews Presbyterian College.
So one out on one pitch. Here in the first, here's Jude Dresmecki, the right fielder. Dresmecki out of St. Andrews Presbyterian College from Roanoke, Virginia. 6'1" lefty, 195. And the pitch from Ingram is a strike, 0-1. As I mentioned, Chase Ingram, 1-0 on the season, 18 strikeouts and now 16 innings with a 4.59 ERA. 0-1 is a called strike, and it's 0-2 to Dresmecki. Jude is batting .276 on the summer with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. 0-2, and a line drive right up the middle, a base hit. So Dresmecki singles on an 0-2 count right up the middle for the first hit of the night for the Rebels.
Now batting the center fielder from Florida Southern College, number 33, Elrico Riley.
Here's Elrico Riley out of Florida Southern College from Atlanta, Georgia. Elrico will bat here from the right side, facing the righty Ingram. The pitch. Breaking ball misses. Defensive alignment tonight behind Chase Ingram. Castillo's in left, De Los Santos is in center, and Ector's in right. Parker's at third, LaSala's at short, Davis is at second, Smith at first, and Jacob Friend is doing the catching. 1-0. That is low and off the glove of Friend. Runner does not take off. Kind of shocking, really. And the count is 2-0. Thank you for joining us here tonight. If you're watching over on Facebook Live or YouTube, we have implemented some new measures that hopefully will keep the bots out of our chats and comment sections from now on. So again, do not click those links that tell you to click it to watch this game. It's not legitimate. Pitch is fouled away, and it's 2-1.
All foul balls at the property of the Express. Please return those to the train station in exchange for a free spot, which will taste awfully good tonight. Or if you don't want to walk that far, either dugout.
2 balls and a strike to Elrico Riley. Batting .307 with a home run and 13 RBIs. Pitch. Breaking ball misses. 3-1. Three balls and a strike to Riley. And a fastball hammered to third and off the glove of Parker. He recovers, goes to second, and not in time. He just kind of threw his glove out there on a hard hit line drive. Elrico Riley was sitting all over the fastball. And
the first baseman
Parker
of Central Florida, number 38, Austin Epley.
Looks to be shaken up. Charlie Shepard, the Rebels manager, is over there. And Parker might have messed up his forearm or his wrist. He is trying to stretch it out. So they're going to check on Cade Parker to see if he's okay. It'll be scored an infield single. Second hit of the night for the Rebels. I mean, Elrico Riley was ready for the heater, and he hammered it to third. Parker kind of just tried to put the glove out to stop it. He did keep it in front of him, and maybe the ball got direct contact on him instead of the glove. And he made a great effort going to second, trying to get the force, but good hustle by Dresmecki. And everybody's safe. Parker's okay, at least for now. He's going to stay in the game. And the Rebels are in business here. First and second, one out in the first for Austin Epley, the first baseman. Epley out of the College of Central Florida from Jacksonville, Florida. Bats from the left side. Even though he's listed a righty thrower and hitter, the count is 1-0. Ingram sets. Keeping an eye on the runner at second. Long hold finally deals, and it is up high, 2-0. Newmarket is coming off of a win last night in a game that lasted 3 hours and 6 minutes. The Rebels defeated Waynesboro on the road 7-6, and for Newmarket, their 11th win of the year. Rebels are 3-7 in their last 10, but do come in with the one-game winning streak. 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Take a look at the Newmarket offensive stats, and as we look at things here, the Rebels have struggled to hit the baseball this year. They've actually now dropped all the way to the bottom in the league with a .228 team batting average. Still a long hold in the pitch, and that's in there. Newmarket with a .228 batting average. Their OPS is only .668. And they're barely slugging over 300, .303. So the Rebels hitting has become an issue for them to this point in the season. 2-2, and a ground ball to first. Mitchell Smith going to go to second for one. Back to first. It is a double play. Nice double play turn from the Express. A ground ball to first. The first baseman, Mitchell Smith, came up with it, fired it to second. It'll go down as a 361. Goes down as a 3-6-3 double play. Kind of unorthodox. Even Point Streaks doesn't have that as a pre-select option. Strasburg coming up to bat. It is Luke Dresmecki on the mound tonight for the Rebels. Welcome back to Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Luke Dresmecki is on the mound tonight for the Newmarket Rebels. He will face the Strasburg lineup. Leading off and playing second base is Jaden Davis. Batting second is Victor Castillo, the left fielder. Batting third, doing the catching, is Jacob Friend. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Joe De Los Santos. Batting fifth is the right fielder, Thad Ector. Batting sixth is Logan Vaughn, the DH. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Mitchell Smith. Batting eighth and playing short, it's Anthony LaSala. And batting ninth is the third baseman, Cade Parker. Dresmecki will work from the stretch against Jaden Davis. Davis out of Vanderbilt from Cookville, Tennessee. And the count is 0-1. 0-1 to Jaden Davis, batting .250. He is batting 1,000 against Dresmecki. And up and in, nearly got him in the coconut. 1-1. Davis with a home run and 11 RBIs. Numbers for Dresmecki: 16 strikeouts in 15 2/3 innings and a 3.45 ERA. 1-1. Davis waits, and that's up and in. Another breaking ball. And it's 2-1. As I mentioned in the open, Strasburg with what we believe franchise record 6 home runs last night. in their 17-0 rout against Stanton. Davis did not play as he fouls it back, and it's 2-2. Dresmecki out of Goldie Beacom College from Roanoke. 2-2 to Davis. Dresmecki from the stretch, he deals. And breaking ball, skips way in front of the plate, 3-2. Defense tonight behind Dresmecki. Saltzman's in left, Riley's in center, and Jude Dresmecki is in right. Safrowicz at third, Irizarry at short, Stewart at second, Epley at first, and Duffer behind the plate. 3-2. Don't want to walk the leadoff man. And it's fouled away. Count is still full, 3-2. Do have one final score out of the Valley League tonight. Game 1 of the doubleheader in Covington. The Lumberjacks defeat the Woodstock River Bandits 3-2. They have already started Game 2. They are in the bottom of the first at scoreless in Covington. Percival's at Charlottesville. They're in the top of the first. Front Royals at Waynesboro, scoreless in the bottom of the first. 3-2. Inside, ball 4, and that's the leadoff walk here in the bottom of the first.
Coming to the plate, the left fielder now committed to the University of New Orleans, number 1, Victor Castillo.
Here's Victor Castillo committed to the University of New Orleans. A couple other games about to get started here tonight. Winchester's at Harrisonburg, and Stanton is at Culpeper.
3-2.
So Victor Castillo, the left fielder, will step up here. The lefty had himself a very good night last night. He was 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 singles, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. The pitch, up high, 1-0. It was hard to find too many, I guess, negatives in Strasburg's win last night. Even their defense was pretty solid. Want to know the count to Castillo. Long hold by Dresmecki. He deals. That's up high, 2-0. So we talked about Newmarket struggling at the plate. Strasburg comes in now after last night's game. They're back up to second in the league with a .286 batting average. Second to Winchester with an OPS at a league best .843. Also a league best slugging percentage and OBP. So their offense has come around. And their pitching has stayed pretty good as well. Take a look at pitching numbers in a second. The count is 3-0 to Castillo. And that is strike 1. Looking at the pitching numbers, Strasburg second in the league in pitching with an ERA of 3.80, only second to Charlottesville. And the Newmarket Rebels, they're about mid-pack with a 5.99 ERA. They do have 2 shutouts on the year. Castillo takes a strike again, and it's 3-2. Really, Newmarket's whip is not very bad compared to their ERA. 1.78. It's mid-pack as well. 3-2. Runner does not go. It's a ground ball to short, reaching out and knocking it into left field as Castillo is. The shortstop Irizarry couldn't get there, and the Express have first and second with nobody out here in the first. First hit of the night for the Express. That's not easy to do there if you're Castillo. He reached out and just got a piece of it, and the way that the infield was aligned, Irizarry was too far up the middle to really get there. And Strasburg now with first and second and nobody out for Jacob Friend. Friend, the catcher tonight out of Davidson. Jacob hit, let's see, he had 3 walks last night. He had a 2-run homer back in the second. The pitch. That is outside. Last night, it looked like Friend had been hit by a pitch. And I had mentioned, what are the baseball gods going to do? He's either going to strike out or hit a home run. 3 pitches later, he hit a home run to right. And he's in a good spot here to knock in a couple of RBIs. 1-0. That is up high, and Dresmecki continues to fall behind here, and it's never easy to navigate through this Express lineup, especially falling behind in the count. That's 15 pitches for Luke Dresmecki. Only 6 have been in the zone so far. Dangerous count here to a dangerous hitter, 2-0. And he takes up high, and it's 3-0. Just having trouble locating the fastball right now. Three and out. Think you got to be taken here. And he does, and it's ball 4. And the Express with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the first.
The center fielder from the College of William & Mary, number 3, Joe De Los Santos.
And this is not the guy you want to be facing with the bases loaded here in the first inning. De Los Santos had 2 home runs last night, 1 in the second, 1 in the 6th. He had 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Also had a single and a stolen base in the 3rd. He hit a home run on a fastball in and then a slider down and away. The pitch is fouled back, swings away on the first pitch after a ton of balls out of the zone. The count is 0-1. De Los Santos batting .318 with 5 home runs and 23 RBIs. Joe out of the College of William & Mary from Richmond, 0-1. Bases juiced, nobody out. 0-1 from Dresmecki. Swing and a miss. He blew the fastball by him, and De Los Santos quickly behind to 0-2. Strasburg struck out twice last night. The first one didn't come until, I believe, the 4th inning. And again, that's not very deep in the game. Excuse me, the 3rd inning. But it was on the 3rd AB for the 7-hitter. 0-2. And De Los Santos strikes out swinging on 3 pitches.
Now batting the right fielder from UNC Charlotte, number 26, Thad Hector.
So Dresmecki strikes De Los Santos out on 3 fastballs, blew him by him. And that's the first out here in the first. Here's Thad Hector. He made his own history last night. He drew 5 walks and 5 plate appearances for Strasburg. I'm going to venture to say he's probably going to swing first pitch here tonight. The pitch. And he does not, and it's a strike, and it looks like Dresmecki's starting to get in the groove a little bit. Strasburg, although they're statistically, record-wise, the best team in the league, they have had their struggles this year with men on base, especially with the bases loaded and less than 2 outs. 0-1. Hector swings and misses. That is 5 consecutive strikes now for Dresmecki, and it's 0-2. Man, how big would this be if Dresmecki can get out of this jam? 1 out in the first. Strasburg and Thad Hector behind 0-2. And he just gets a piece and fouls it away, still 0-2. Thad Hector out of the University of North Carolina, Charlotte from Tyrone, Georgia, 6'2" switch hitting righty, 195. .23 pitches for Dresmecki. He's now positive on the strike-to-ball ratio, 12-11. 0-2 to Hector, and that's fouled back. He was late, and it's still 0-2. Swing and a high fly to right. Coming in and making the catch is Dresmecki. He throws into the cut, and the Express will score a run. So it's an RBI sac fly for Thad Hector. I guess that's technically not an at-bat either. So an RBI sac fly for Hector, and the Express do get on the board here in the first, 1-0. So give Hector credit after falling behind 0-2, able to pop one out to right, and Dresmecki, the pitcher's brother out there, just threw it into the cut. Here's Logan Vaughn, the DH, men on first and second and 2 outs. The pitch, up and in, 1-0. Well, even if Dresmecki allows a run here, that's a lot better than it could have been. especially the way Strasburg has been scoring runs in the last week or two. One 0 to Logan Vaughn. And the pitch. And it's popped up. Right side, behind the plate. Catcher going to give it a look. It's into the bleachers, just barely. First row. And the count is 1-1.
That's a free stop gift certificate right there.
Hello to Benny Joe Parker watching from Mississippi over on YouTube. All right, count is 1-1 to Vaughn. Logan batting .242 with 8 RBIs on the summer. And Vaughn just gets a piece, and it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Luke Dresmecki looking in for the signs. Duffer laying him down. Way ahead of Vaughn here. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on an elevated fastball. And in an inning where Strasburg scores a run, it's a victory for the Rebels. Strasburg had the bases loaded and nobody out and only scored 1 run. But the Express will take that 1-0 lead into the second. We'll tell you the upcoming batters right after this.
From the College of Central Florida, left fielder number 27, Aaron Saltzman.
We go to the second. Strasburg up 1-0. Aaron Saltzman will lead it off for the Rebels. Chase Ingram back on the rubber and ready to go for the second. Saltzman out of the College of Central Florida. The pitch is swung on and missed, 0-1. Saltzman from Rockledge, Florida. Comes in batting .217 with a home run and 6 RBIs. Another dandy of a breaking ball swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. See if he goes right back to it. 0-2. He does, and it's popped up into left. Coming in and having it drop in front of him is Castillo. Looked like a catchable baseball. Got it off the end of the bat, sitting on that breaking ball. And Castillo couldn't get there. Shortstop LaSala couldn't either.
Shortstop from Penn State, Harrisburg, number 26, Carlos Irizarry.
So kind of a head-scratching blue base hit to left there for the Rebels. Third hit of the night. Here's Carlos Irizarry, the shortstop. See if Strasburg can get another double play here. That is a ground ball to third. This could be two. Going to second for one. Back to first. It's a high throw, and he is safe. Good throw would have had him at first. Should have been a twin killing. Instead, just a fielder's choice, as Saltzman is out at second, and reaching on the fielder's choice is Irizarry.
The DH from the University of Pittsburgh, number 9, Nolan Cutney.
So 5-4 on that put out at first. Here's Nolan Cutney, the DH. Cutney out of the University of Pittsburgh, and he takes a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Breaking ball, outside, check swing, no appeal. Oh, they do appeal, and he didn't go. One ball, one strike, one out. Cutney batting a $121. And a ground ball to short. LaSala to second for one, and that's all they'll get. Fortunate to get him at second there. It was a hard hit ball. And neighborhood-wise, the out at second for the second out in the inning. So another fielder's choice.
Concord University, number 19, Joseph Duffer.
Cutney reaches on the fielder's choice. And there are two outs in the inning. Here's Joseph Duffer, the catcher. Duffer out of Concord University. And fastball misses up high. So the Rebels have hit a couple of baseballs hard here in the inning, but staying in the infield. Strasburg making good plays, but not great plays as far as being able to turn the double plays on balls that they probably could turn double plays on. 1-0. Ingram deals, and it's hit in the air to left center field. De Los Santos will jog over. He will put the glove up in the air and make the catch. And the half inning is over. Newmarket with a couple of hard hit baseballs in the inning. No runs on one hit, no errors, and they leave one on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Strasburg will send 7, 8, and 9 up to the plate against Luke Dresmecki. Welcome back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the second inning. 7-8-9, Mitchell Smith, Anthony LaSala, and Cade Parker for the Express. Dresmecki deals, and it's up high, 1-0. Strasburg left the bases juiced in the first, only scored the 1 run, so we'll see if they can try to get back to it. 1-0. And that is a blooper in the center, and Mitchell Smith with a base hit. So Smith with the hit. He is now 11 for 45 on the summer.
Now batting the shortstop from the University of Pittsburgh, number 12, Anthony LaSala.
Yeah, let me correct myself. Strasburg left 2 men on in the first, not 3. And for the Express, that is hit number 2 tonight. Good piece of hitting there from Mitchell. Here's LaSala, the shortstop. And the pitch, and that hits him. Smith is hit by a pitch. So this inning,
Baseman from Georgia Southern, number 5, Cade Parker.
starting in a very similar manner to the first inning. The first inning was a walk and a single, then a walk. So far here in this inning, a single and a hit by pitch. So first and second with nobody out. Here's Cade Parker. Parker's been swinging a pretty good bat as of late. He has found his power. He has driven the baseball out of the ballpark to left a couple of times in the last few games. We'll see what he can do here. Maybe even a sacrifice spot here. He does not show bunt. He takes up high. It's 1-0. Dimensions here at First Bank Park. Down the lines, 300 feet and 365 to straightaway center. 1-0 to Parker. Cade batting .260 with 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. That is inside. Cade is hitting 1,000 against Dresmecki. Parker, a member of last year's Strasburg team for a certain part of the season. He's out of Georgia Southern University. The count is 2-0. And he pops it up down the right field line. Hustling is Dresmecki. Jude is going to make the catch as he runs into the bullpen. On his way to third is Smith, and he'll get there. Unfortunate fly out for the Express. At the same time, he got the guy over to third.
Second baseman, number 6, Jaden Davis.
So it'll be first and third with 1 out. But it does set up the double play. Here's Jaden Davis, walked his first time up. So the leadoff walk in the first only led to 1 run. Very uncommon for that kind of beginning to the inning. See if Davis can get a hold of one here. Drive the baseball to the left. The pitch. And that hits him. He is hit by a pitch, and Dresmecki has now loaded the bases up here in the second.
Left fielder, number 1, Victor Castillo.
So in 2 plate appearances, Davis has walked and been hit by a pitch. Here's Victor Castillo, the left fielder. Victor singled his first time up on a 3-2 fastball the way that he was able to reach out and drive it into left field. All right, so Strasburg with another great opportunity here. See if they can take advantage. Dresmecki deals, and it's popped up foul and out of play.
Please return all foul balls to the train station or the property of the Express, but in exchange, you get a freeze pop.
Oh, 1, the pitch. That is in the dirt. Beautiful block by Duffer. Not a lot of foul territory here, or I should say backstop here at First Bank Park, but occasionally, if you get a good secondary off the bag and you read it well, there's a chance you can score, but I don't think we'll see that kind of aggression in this spot for Strasburg. 1-1 to Castillo. They in the dirt again. Another block by Duffer. 2-1. Dangerous count for Dresmecki. 2-1 driven, right field and deep. That ball is gone. It's a grand salami. Victor Castillo with a grand slam in the bottom of the second inning. Victor up to 17 RBIs on the summer, his 4th home run of the year. And the Express lead it 5-0 in the second.
Coming to the plate, the catcher, number 13, Jacob Friend.
What a swing from Victor Castillo. He was sitting on the heater, and that's exactly what he got. 5-0 Express here in the second inning. Here's Jacob Friend, the catcher, walked his first time up. And he takes for a ball, 1-0. So we saw Dresmecki able to tightrope out of danger in the first, just allowing the 1 run, but here in the second, touched up for 4 on 1 swing. As Castillo able to get a hold of one to right center. 1-0. That is up high, and that was the closest one I've seen to the bullseye. That nearly hit the bullseye. I mean, it was right over top of it on the sign out there. Yeah, he wanted, yeah. Meeting at the mound, Duffer going to go out and talk to Dresmecki. If it was up to me, I would say that was close enough. I mean, that was right over the top. And we haven't had any that close on the fly, I don't think, this year. So 2-0 the count. Duffer going to come back and get behind home plate as Dresmecki tries to push through the inning.
I thought you guys would tell me something on the scoreboard.
2 balls and no strikes. Friend hit a home run last night, and he takes low 3-0. Friend looking over to the dugout like, does he have the green light? Do I have it? And he finally said yes, I think. And he takes ball 4. I've never seen it be that obvious before. Regardless, he has drawn his second walk.
Number 3, Joe De Los Santos.
And this could be the night for Jacob Friend to draw 5 walks. He's picked up 2 already tonight. So, pitching coach out to talk to Friend. And this pitching coach is a former Valley Leaguer. It's Connor Miller, the former closer of the Woodstock River Bandits. I didn't pick up on that the first game when the Rebels were here, but I remembered tonight. We'll take a quick break. So after the meeting at the mound, we will get back to baseball. Joe De Los Santos will bat. Joe struck out his first time up on 3 pitches after the Express had loaded the bases up with nobody out. I don't think he's going to miss a fastball this time. Might be a little out in front, so I would throw the breaking ball if I'm Dresmecki. He goes with the fastball again and paints the inside corner. De Los Santos shakes his head a little bit. That's the pitch that he knocked out of the ballpark last night. 0-1 with Friend at first. The pitch. And he hits it hard into the Express dugout. And it goes all the way down the line. I don't know if that got a piece of somebody, but it was very close. Yeah, if it didn't, it's a miracle. Had it off the bat at 99.6. So just a tick under 100 off the bat, according to our unofficial exit velo. So he's now behind again, 0-2. Runner goes. The pitch is fouled back. He went after a ball way up high and fouled it back. And Friend will have to retreat back to first base. 5-0 Express here in the bottom of the second. Led 1-0 after 1, and then a Victor Castillo grand slam here in the second. Got to think the folks at the University of New Orleans probably feeling pretty good about their pickup with Castillo. 0-2 to De Los Santos, and it's up high. He lays off 1-2. The bots are absolutely flooding. I think they know that what they're doing is not effective anymore, so they're going to try extra hard. But fortunately, all these comments are being hidden by our filter that we have set. 1-2 to De Los Santos. Runner goes outside, throw to second, and he is out by a mile. Quick throw from the catcher, Duffer, and Friend is the second out here in the second inning. So 2-6 on the caught stealing, and now Dresmecki a pitch away from getting out of the inning. Strasburg has stolen a lot of bases this year. Let's be honest, but they've gotten thrown out a lot too. 2-2, and he strikes him out swinging, and De Los Santos down on strikes for the second time and in consecutive innings. Strasburg with 4 runs in the inning on 2 hits. They leave nobody. We go to the third. Express lead it 5-0. Strasburg 5, Newmarket nothing. We go to the third. 9-1-2. Sean Stewart, Bryce Safrowich, and Jude Dresmecki will be due up for the Rebels. Sean Stewart, the second baseman, takes a ball, and it's 1-0. Stewart out of Calhoun Community College. He will bloop one to short. Picked up on one hop by La Sala. Very good defender out there as he directs his body and fires to first in time, and there's one out here in the third.
Third baseman, number 8.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Rebels. It's Bryce Safrowich, the third baseman. He popped out to short on the first pitch of the game, right at 7 o'clock. So he bats for the second time tonight, 44 minutes later, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Some breeze circulating up here into the press box. 0-2. Excuse me, 0-1. Now it's 0-2. 0-2, breaking ball in the dirt.
There is 1 out. Now confused me on purpose. Strikes them on purpose.
1-2, and the dirt again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2. And a breaking ball off the plate. Good pitch from Ingram, but couldn't find the zone. According to the home plate umpire, 3-2. And the pitch. Up and in, ball 4, and he walked him. So a walk to Safarwich with 1 out here in the 3rd. It brings Jude Drozmecki, the right fielder, up.
Right fielder number 4, Jude Drozmecki.
Drozmecki singled his first time up. He is 1 for 1. It was right up the gut. This time LaSala shaded over there a little bit, and this one misses. Ingram threw 2 1/3. Is at 32 pitches, 19 of those for strikes. Already seen 1 double play tonight, multiple other opportunities. Runner goes and stops. The pitch is popped up foul. Parker, the third baseman, gives it a long look. Finally runs into the fence and out of room, 1-1. Some scores out of the big leagues today. The Reds beat the Nationals 5-4 in 10 innings. Tigers beat the Athletics 9-0. And the Milwaukee Brewers beat the Chicago Cubs 6-5.
Foul balls, train station.
1-1. And just missing. Friend really wanted that one. 2-1. Ingram sets and deals. Line drive. LaSala makes the catch. He will throw it to first in time. A line drive up the middle. LaSala was shaded perfectly after the base hit up the middle the first time. He snags it, spins, and makes a heck of a throw to first. A seed to first for the double play. It's a 6-3 double play to end the top of the 3rd. The Rebels are going to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new arm right after this.
Wow, that was something.
Thad Ector leads it all for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Ector with a sac fly and an RBI his first time up. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. New pitcher for the Rebels, a former member of the Woodstock River Bandits last year, Tyler Wilkinson. Wilkinson out of West Virginia Tech will take over here. and a 5-0 game. Facing Thad Ector to lead it off. Ector takes inside. As I mentioned, Ector was walked 5 times last night, a sac fly, and an RBI tonight. So that's 6 straight plate appearances without an at-bat. That's a called strike 1 and 2. So a ball and 2 strikes to Thad Ector. Wilkinson sets and deals, and it's a ground ball foul. Got him in the foot. Wilkinson's numbers on the summer, 25 2/3. He has 14 strikeouts and a 4.91 ERA. Peyton Trawick out to check on Ector after he hit that one off of his foot. Hello to Chuck Vaughn watching from Oklahoma over on YouTube. 1-2. And a high fly ball to left center field. Pretty well tagged. It is off the wall. Ector on his way to second, and it's a double. So Thad Ector with a leadoff double. That's how you get your at-bat cashed in there. A double to start the inning.
DH number 20, Logan Vaughn.
Did not look like off the bat it was going to have enough to get out, and it went off the wall out there, the fence in left center. Pretty good effort by Saltzman and Riley. They just couldn't really get to that spot to make the catch. So double to start the inning. Here's Logan Vaughn, the DH, struck out swinging his first time up. Vaughn takes outside after the strikeout in the first inning. Vaughn's average .333. 13 for 39. 1-0 to Vaughn. And that is a strike, bottom of the zone and outer part of the zone. 1-1. Same spot. This time it's a ball. 2-1. Looks like a rain delay in Harrisonburg, so Winchester having to deal with another delay. Last night it was at home. Tonight it's at Harrisonburg. Scheduled for a 7:30 start at Veterans Memorial. And a strike called on Vaughn. It's 2-2. Stanton leads Culpeper 1-0 in the top of the second. Waynesboro leads Front Royal 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Charlottesville and Purcellville scoreless in the bottom of the third. Woodstock and Covington scoreless top of the fourth in game 2 of their doubleheader. 2-2 to Logan is a breaking ball in the dirt, and the count is full, 3-2. Check swing, did he go? No, says the base umpire. That was a close one. So the Express will have first and second and nobody out in the third.
Mitchell Smith.
And it's Mitchell Smith, the first baseman. Smith out of the lineup last night, got a base hit in his first try here tonight on a line drive base hit to center field. Smith out of the University of North Carolina, Greensboro, and he takes a strike. It is 0-1. And a ground ball to short. Let's see where they get an out here. They're going to go to first, and just in time. Good hustle from Smith. But it is a productive out as it gets the guys over. Second and third now with 1 out. And it'll bring Anthony LaSala to the plate.
Number 12, Anthony LaSala.
So good play by Irizarry, but Smith nearly beating it out. The pitch, and a late called strike, 0-1. 0-1 to LaSala. He was hit by a pitch and scored last inning. And a pop-up right field. Coming in is Jude Dresmecki. He will make the catch. Runner thinking about tagging, but he's going to have to hold. And LaSala cannot get the job done, and there are 2 outs.
Third baseman, number 5, Cade Parker.
It'll be Cade Parker, the third baseman. Parker, a fly out to right last inning. So 2 outs now. Not deep enough to try it. See if Parker can tag one. Wilkinson from the windup with the man on second and third. The pitch misses, 1-0. And a breaking ball, fouled away, 1-1. Ball and a strike to Cade Parker. And outside, 2-1. Wilkinson ready and deals, and it's a swing and a miss. Went up the ladder with the fastball. Parker couldn't lay off, and it's 2-2. So Wilkinson a pitch away from getting out of this inning after it looked like Strasburg would score something. Two is blooped down the left field line, but foul. Cade was out in front of it. And the count remains even at 2-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And the Express leave 2 on, both in scoring position here in the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the fourth. Strasburg leading it 5-0.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the ever Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Three, two, one, zero, zero. Liftoff. Discovery, go and throttle up.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Elrico Riley leads it off for the Newmarket Rebels as we go to the top of the fourth. Again, Kyle Gutschall with you from First Bank Park in Strasburg. Thanks for tuning in here tonight on the 6th of July in 2023. Time is flying. First pitch of the inning is in the dirt, and the count is 1-0. Rico singled his first time up. And he takes a strike, 1-1. Taking a look at the line score here to this point. Strasburg, 5 runs on 4 hits and no errors. And Newmarket, no runs on 3 hits and no errors. The pitch. Swing and a liner to short, past La Sala into left field. And a leadoff single for Elrico Riley and the Rebels here in the fourth.
First baseman, number 38, Austin Epley.
Well, Newmarket, they're hitting the baseball. It's just when they get guys on first, they can't move them. Here's Alston Epley, the first baseman. He, speaking of that, grounded into a 3-6-3 double play back in the first. And pitch misses. The best way to get around that is to steal second base here with Elrico Riley. Second baseman Davis shaded way off the bag. So LaSalle is going to be the one taking the throw if they get one. 1-0. And a foul ball back into the wood, and it's 1-1. Throw over to first, back in safely. Throw over again, and low throw, but picked out. Forgot to mention former member of the Express 2021 championship team Ryan Galaney out of Wofford has announced that he is transferring to, I believe, Tennessee. 1-1. And the pitch, runner goes, it is inside, throw to second, not in time. And Elrico Riley steals second base. Rebels are in scoring position. So congrats to Ryan Galaney. Now that's if he doesn't get drafted, which we fully expect Galaney, who is currently playing in the Cape Cod League, to get drafted this year, but that's just what was announced, that he would be transferring to Tennessee to play with former member of the Express, Zane Denton, with the Volunteers. Stepping off is Ingram. Well, let's see if the Rebels can get a run in here. Riley in scoring position with nobody out. Epley trying to get him over. 2-1. Ingram does a good job of holding the runner. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Epley is a check swing. Did he go? Don't think we saw a signal unless he said it verbally. It's 3-2. Three-two from Ingram. And a foul ball back into the wood behind the plate. Sounded like something broke. 3-2 to Alston Epley. Payoff pitch is popped up left field. With room is Castillo. Settles under it, makes the catch. Elrico Riley acting like he's going to tag up and then gets back to second. That's the first out here in the fourth.
Left fielder number 27, Aaron Saltzman.
Aaron Saltzman, the left fielder, will bat now. Saltzman singled back in the third. And a meeting at the mound here for Strasburg. So, here we go. Ingram deals, breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. And a hard liner into left, that's going to be a base hit. Quickly into third is the throw. So the Rebels have first and third and one out here in the fourth inning. And it'll be Carlos Irizarry, the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 26, Carlos Irizarry.
Irizarry reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. All right, this is a big spot for both of these teams. For the Rebels, they want to get on the board and score some runs. For Strasburg, you don't really want your lead to evaporate by too much, especially with one big swing here. The pitch. Breaking ball misses, 1-0. Levon Baker watching from Norman, Oklahoma. Over on YouTube. 1-0. Breaking ball in there. Again, you can watch us on the YouTube app. You can pull us up on your TV. Just search Strasburg Express and find the live stream. If someone is looking to watch from their recliner instead of watching on a little screen like a phone. 1-1. And fastball's in there, and it is 1-2. Irizarry came in batting .245 with his fielder's choice the first time. He is now batting .240. No home runs, 5 RBIs. He grounds one to second. It's going to be a tough turn. They go to second for one, and LaSala forgets how many outs there are. A run's going to score, and it's 5-1. Completely forgot how many outs there were, and I don't know if they would have had him at first.
DH number 9, Nolan Cutney.
But it's 5-1. Tough break there. LaSala just fell asleep at the wheel. So an RBI for Irizarry as Riley scores from third. 5-1's the score. Saltzman erased at second. Here's Cutney, and he hits one up the middle off the leg of Ingram, and it's an infield single. So the inning will continue.
The catcher, number 19, Joseph Duffer.
Here's Joseph Duffer, the catcher. Fly out to center is only time up. Now let's see how costly. And of course, it doesn't go down as an error. We can't give it an error because you can't assume a double play or anything like that. But it's obviously a mental error for the Express. The pitch. And that misses. And you hate for an earned run to be charged on Ingram on that, but there's nothing you can do about it. So 1-0 the count to Joseph Duffer. 5-1 to score here in the fourth. Rebels threatening first and second, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, 1-1. One pitch. Breaking ball in there, and it's 1-2. Well, Ingram a pitch away from getting out of this here and holding it to the 1 run. Breaking ball in the dirt, did not go. Blocked by Friend, still 2-2. Orioles lead the Yankees 6-0 in the third inning. Red Sox on top of the Rangers 3-1. 2-2. Swing and a ground ball to second. Davis stays down. He throws to first in time. And minimal damage calls by the Rebels in the fourth. 1 run for Newmarket on 3 hits. No errors and 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Strasburg's lead down to 4. It's 5-1. Jaden Davis will lead off for Strasburg as we go to the last of the fourth. Strasburg leading Newmarket 5-1. Wilkinson deals, and it's popped up foul and out of play. 0-1. Rebels able to score a run in the top of the fourth on a ground ball up the middle. LaSala thought it was 3 outs and didn't throw it back to first base on what probably would have been a double play. 0-1 is laced in the left field for a base hit past Irizarry. And Jaden Davis is on for the 3rd time tonight. He is 1 for 1.
Victor Castillo.
The leadoff single for Strasburg for the Express, their 5th hit of the night. And here's Victor Castillo. He's already halfway to the cycle, a single and a home run. It was a grand slam home run in the 2nd inning. See how he follows up here in the 4th. That is low, 1-0. Throw to first. Davis back in safely. Pretty good lead over there at first for Jaden. That is up high, 2-0. Throw to first. Back in safely. And a strike, 2-1. And Victor misses, or Victor takes a ball, 3-1. The pitch, and it's popped up, foul and out of play. Three-two, nobody out, bottom of the 4th. 5-1 Strasburg. Wilkinson trying to get Castillo out for the first time tonight with Jaden Davis at first. 3-2, and that's ball 4. Can't keep the count right over here.
The 10th Strasburg Police Department, as well as folks from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Got a lot of information back there and some nice folks to chat with. Now batting the catcher, number 13, Jacob Friend.
Here's Jacob Friend. Friend is 0 for 0 tonight with 2 walks. If he draws another one here, you got to start thinking about the 5-walk night that Ector had last night. We'll see, though. First and second, nobody out Friend pops it up, foul and out of play, 0-1. And that hits him. And Friend gets hit on the foot. He's not happy about it. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Here's Joe De Los Santos batting with the bases loaded again. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts swinging, and he pops it up foul and out of play, 0-1. De Los Santos, 2 home runs last night, trying to get back on track here, 0-1. And it's popped up over our heads. And again, Joe is behind 0-2 for a third consecutive at-bat. He saw 3 pitches in the first AB. Looks like about 5 on the second. 0-2. And that is popped up. Foul territory. Catcher giving it a look. It is out of play, nearly hitting a fan. Of course, it rolls right to a guy on his cell phone.
Freeze Pop gift certificate. Take that to the train station.
All right, 0-2. Wilkinson will go from the windup. Bases loaded, nobody out. We've already seen 1 Strasburg grand slam tonight. And it's a ground ball to third, past the third baseman into left field. 2 runs are going to score. And a 2 RBI single for Joe De Los Santos, and Strasburg leads it 7-1.
Right fielder number 26, Thad Hector.
Here's Thad Hector. De Los Santos with a well-located ground ball. It was a hard-hit grounder, and Safrowicz couldn't come up with it. Got past him down the line. And Thad Hector will bat. So 7-1 Strasburg, still nobody out in the inning. And Hector takes low, 1-0. Wilkinson came into this game in the 3rd inning. He has thrown 36 pitches through an inning plus. 1-0 to Hector. Thad takes a strike, 1-1. Thad sac fly and an RBI in the first and a double in the third. One. Wilkinson deals. Outside, 2-1. With nobody out in the 4th. In the dirt, and it's 3-1. Don't see any bullpen activity for the Rebels. See a couple of guys on there swinging something, but it doesn't look like a pitcher doing anything. 3-1, and ball 4. And the Express have the bases loaded again with nobody out.
The DH, number 20, Logan Vaughn.
We saw the Rebels run out of players last year. They couldn't even compete in the postseason. And looks like there may be a lack of pitching available tonight for Newmarket, so we'll see what this game turns into. Bases loaded for Vaughn. Nobody out, and he lines one to short and fielded on the short hop. They're going to go to third for 1. And that was actually worst case scenario for the Rebels. Don't know what was going on there. He played it on a hop. Strasburg still able to get a run. And they get the out at third, and it's 8-1.
Mitchell Smith.
I'm kind of shocked the way that Irizarry handled that. Strasburg fortunate to score the run. It's first and second with one out for Mitchell Smith, and he checks his swing and went around. 0-1. So Friend scores on that weird play. See, they had to hold up to make sure the shortstop didn't catch it, which he did, and he picked it up on one hop, and then that kind of made things confusing. 0-1. And that is hit high into the air, backing the left fielder Salzman out. Saltzman makes the catch, and everybody's going to have to hold their 2 outs.
Shortstop, number 12, Anthony Lasala.
Pitch to Lasala is a strike, 0-1. Lasala 0 for 1 tonight with a hit by a pitch and a fly out to right. 0-1. And that's popped up foul and out of play, and it is 0-2. And that misses 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes to LaSalle out of the University of Pennsylvania. Or excuse me, the University of Pittsburgh. Excuse me. I get a mulligan every week or so. 1-2 is popped up left field. Out is Irizarry, makes the catch. And the half inning comes to a close, but not before Strasburg scores 3 more runs after the Rebels scored 1 in the top of the 4th. Strasburg leading it for, I think, the 3rd or 4th straight game by 7 runs. It's 8-1 as we go to the top of the 5th. Strasburg 8, Newmarket 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Chase Ingram still in the mound for the Strasburg Express, and he will face the 9-hitter Sean Stewart to lead off the inning. Stewart grounded out to short his first time up and swings and misses through a fastball. The count is 0-1. Rebels keeping up with the Express hit-wise, but not run-wise. 0-1. Inside corner. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but called a ball. 1-1. That is low, 2-1. Chase Ingram from the windup deals. It's popped up out of play, 2-2. Top of the 6th, Woodstock leads Covington 1-0. Top of the 5th, Percival and Charlottesville scoreless. Bottom of the 5th, Front Royal and Waynesboro tied at 1. Bottom of the 3rd, Stanton leads Culpeper 3-1. And that one just misses. For some reason, Stewart is trying to jump and lunge out of the way of the baseball on a pitch that looks pretty good. 3-2, the pitch. And it's a lead-off walk.
Third baseman, number 8, Bryce Safferwich.
Yeah.
So leadoff walk to start the 5th. Here's the top of the lineup, Bryce Safferwich, the third baseman. Runner goes, the pitch is a ball, throw to second, he is safe. Excuse me, they call him out. Looked like he missed the tag at second base, but they call him out. The throw beat him by a mile. And it's caught stealing. Great throw from Friend, 2-6 on the caught stealing, down 8-1, and there's one out. Ball count is 1-0. 1-0 is popped up foul and out of play. It is 1-1. 1-1. That is a called strike, 1-2. One-two, check swing, he didn't go. And it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Strasburg up 8-1. Again, last night they played 6.5 against Stanton in a 17-0 win. Here's a little looper off the end of the bat. Davis really reaches that arm back and fires to first, and that's a second out here in the 5th inning.
The right fielder, number 4, Jude Dresmecki.
It'll bring Jude Dresmecki to the plate. Dresmecki is 1 for 2, a single in the first, and a 6-3 double play in the third. And he takes a strike, 0-1. 0-1. And that is hit high into the air to right field. And the catch is made by Ector. He holds on to it, makes the catch, and the half inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Strasburg up 8-1. Welcome back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Express lead at 8-1. Both teams with 6 hits apiece. Cade Parker And a 1-0 count against Tyler Wilkinson. The pitch outside. Wilkinson's second pitcher of the night for the Rebels. Luke Dresmecki went 2 innings, allowing 3 hits with 5 runs, all earned, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. 2-0. Parker takes low, and it's 3-0. And still no activity out of the Rebels bullpen, so we will see what that's going to mean for them when Wilkinson runs out of gas. That's a strike, 3-1. (3-1) and a chopper foul, and the count is 3-2.
I swear, Matt, when I went to radar, I didn't think we'd take it. I mean, it had a big yellow spot right on shoulder.
Count is full, 3-2. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk.
Second baseman, number 6, Jake Davis.
So a leadoff walk to the 9-hitter here in the bottom of the 5th, and it'll bring Jaden Davis up. Davis is 1 for 1 with a walk, a hit by pitch, and a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. 2 runs scored. He takes a strike. Oh, 1. And that is hit in the center field. Elrico Riley will back up a little bit. Plenty of room to make the catch. He fires it into second, and there is 1 out here in the 5th.
Left fielder, number 1, Victor Castillo.
Here's Victor Castillo. He is yet to be retired tonight. 2 for 2, a single, a grand slam, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Castillo lefty. The pitch. Runner goes. It's a ball. Throw to second, and he is safe. Time is called by the base runner Parker as he steals second base. And I think he just picked up about a pound of dirt in his mouth and his pants and his jersey. The other night we had the one guy dive back into the base, and when he stood up he was just like a dirt monster. He was so sweaty, and it was so close that night. 1-0 to Castillo. Feels good tonight. And that misses. I did consider the sweatshirt tonight, but it's just stayed in the car, so we'll see if I was led down the wrong path or not. But as of right now, we're okay. 2-0. That misses. 3-0. Ball 4, and he walked him. Second time in 2 innings, Castillo has been walked.
Coming to the plate, the catcher, number 13, Jacob Friend.
Here's Jacob Friend, another guy that has not been retired tonight. He has been hit by a pitch, and he's been walked twice. Wilkinson, 59 pitches through 2 1/3. 34 strikes, 25 balls. The pitch. Inside, ball 1. One the count. And a check swing, called strike. One the count, and a swing and a miss. Went with all speed and got him out in front, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Strasburg up 8-1. Both teams with 6 hits. And Friend with an emergency hack fouls it out of play. Still 1-2.
Actually, yeah, she could get rid of skunks.
Asked the trapper, and he said we're doing good because there's a farm over there and skunks everywhere.
That's why I said we've had them since we were in Louisville. I mean,
That is way up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Phillies and Rays tied at 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals lead the Marlins 2-0 in the 7th. Orioles lead the Yankees 12-0 in the 4th inning. Gunnar Henderson 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. They're in the 4th inning. Friend fouls it away. So have a night, Gunnar.
That's what he announced. Not Orioles fan. Don't care about the Yankees too much. Not fucking this game.
2-2 again coming up. Wilkinson sets, and he delivers. And a hard grounder down the first base line, but the play is going to be made at first as Epley takes it there himself. There are 2 outs. Both runners move up.
There's that grounder you felt. Center fielder number 3, Joe De Los Santos.
Here's Joe De Los Santos. Men on second and third and 2 outs. Joe takes up high, 1-0. Joe struck out swinging in the first and the second. He singled in 2 runs in the 4th. So he's 1 for 3 with 2 ribbies. 1-0. Outside 2-0. One swing could make this an 11-1 game. In the dirt, 3-0. Joe with his jump out of the batter's box. Now, rarely do I say this, but green light here, 3-0. And he takes for a strike up in the zone. 3-1. The biggest mistake they could make right here is trying to throw a breaking ball to him and hanging it right over the middle of the plate. That's not what you want to do if you're Wilkinson. He goes with the fastball, and it's cued into the Rebels' dugout. A couple of bodies go flying, but everyone is vertical, and the count is 3-2. So, yeah, that was not a strike, but Joe went after it. 3-2. Up and in, ball 4, as he does a little dance. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Thad Ector, the right fielder.
26, Thad Ector.
you ask Peyton what his conversation was with Steve.
Here's Thad Ector. Sac fly and an RBI in the first, double in the third, walk in the 4th, batting again in the 5th. And he takes down and in, 1-0. Both teams still with 6 hits and no errors on the night. 1-0. Inside, and that hit him. And Ector, with a little stare down, nearly hit the umpire as he was going to toss his bat to the dugout. Ector didn't like it. As he gets hit by the pitch, he does get an RBI. A run scores, and it's 9-1 as we'll have a meeting at the mound here for the Rebels.
So which of their position players are going to pitch next?
So Logan Vaughn will bat. He is 0 for 2 tonight with an RBI.
Batters the DH number 20, Logan Vaughn.
As this continues, still no bullpen activity for the Rebels. I mean, the bullpen is empty. I don't see anyone even down there. There might be somebody leaning on the fence, but so the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Logan Vaughn. See what Vaughn can do here with the bases full. Wilkinson will continue to work from the windup. Here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball to first. Nice play by the first baseman. He'll tag or toss to first in time. And the half inning is over. Strasburg with 1 run on no hits. 3 men left. And after 5, Strasburg leads at 9-1, and we have a new pitcher coming in for the Express. We go to the top of the 6th. Strasburg up 9-1. New pitcher is Noah Hertzler. Hertzler will take over and face Riley. The first pitch is fouled away.
Turn all foul balls to the train station, or if that's too much of a hike, you can throw them to one of the 2 dugouts. But you won't get the free spot.
Final line for Chase Ingram for Strasburg. 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. 0-1. Hertzler deals, and it's down low, 1-1. Noah Hertzler, a second-year member of the Express out of the College of William & Mary from Harrisonburg, Virginia. Numbers coming in, 6 strikeouts and 5 1/3 innings pitched, a 13.51 ERA, 1-1. And that misses. His biggest issue this year has been walks. It hasn't been that he's getting hit around a lot, but the walks have hurt him. 2-1 to Riley. He is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run scored. And a hard hit base hit up the middle for Elrico Riley. He is 3 for 3 for the Newmarket Rebels.
First baseman, number 38, Austin Beverly.
One thing about it, Newmarket has not had trouble leading off the inning with base hits. It's just getting guys around and getting them in. To this point, that is. Rebels now out hitting the Express 7-6. And the pitch. And that misses 1-0. Bullpen activity for the Rebels. A position player. Looks like Kyle Muser from Cornell is getting hot. 1-0 the count to Austin Epley, the first baseman. Down and in to the backstop, and that's going to be a wild pitch. And now the ball is going to third. Home plate umpire says he has time, so going back to second will be Rico Riley. Well, really, the last thing you want to do if you're Strasburg is kind of fall out of 10-run territory, because then you have to burn more pitchers and extend things. So Harrisonburg Turks game against Winchester has been postponed tonight due to thunderstorms in Harrisonburg. They have a very strict system down there. 2-0. That's low, 3-0. Just got to throw strikes here if you're Strasburg, up 9-1 here in this ball game. And that misses, ball 4. First and second, nobody out. Here comes Aaron Saltzman, the left fielder.
Left fielder number 27, Aaron Saltzman.
Saltzman's 2 for 2. So you combine Rico Riley and Saltzman, they have 5 of the 7 hits for the Rebels without being retired. Hertzler sets. And he deals, and that's low. He's just missing low. 1-0. Woodstock leads Covington 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th in game 2 of their doubleheader. 1-0. And again, low. 2-0. Just can't find it. And Peyton Trawick going to come out and talk to Noah Hertzler here. I'm sure he's telling him, you need to finish your delivery. Might be dragging his arm a little bit. Just got to keep the baseball up. Now, to a certain extent, you don't want it to be too up where they can hit it, but it's got to be up above the ground. That's 2 visits for the Express. So for Hertzler, that's 10 pitches. 8 of them have been for balls. (2-0) to Saltzman. And that skips to the plate, to the backstop. And it's 3-0. To Saltzman. And a fastball is in there for a strike, 3-1. He's got pretty good velocity. It's just about his control. He hadn't been throwing very regularly in games, at least. 3-1. And ball 4. And the bases are loaded. Still nobody out.
Shortstop, number 26, Carlos Irizarry.
It'll bring up Carlos Irizarry, and they're going to leave him in there. Bullpen activity for the Express. Irizarry 0 for 2 with 2 fielder's choices. He does have an RBI. The pitch nearly hit him, 1-0. Strasburg up 9-1, trying to keep it right around there so they have a chance to possibly end things a little early tonight. 1-0. And a broken bat pop up in the infield. It'll be fielded at second for one. Back to first. It's a double play, and a great job there. Strasburg turns the double play, and no RBI for Irizarry. A run does score. It's 9-2. So the bat broke, having to go pick it up. So a man's on third now. It's 9-2.
Number 9, Nolan Cutney.
So Riley scores. Epley up to third, and then Saltzman and Irizarry out on the double play. Here's Nolan Cutney, the DH. He's 1 for 2. And he's nearly hit by a pitch, 1-0. That fortunate double play. It died, and Strasburg was just quick enough to turn it. That's up and in, 2-0. Kind of shocked that Irizarry wasn't able to beat that ball out when he hit it up the middle on the broken bat. Yeah, I'm sure it did not feel good on the hands. 2-0 the count. This inning dragging a little bit here. A lot of pitches having to be thrown. Hertzler sets, and he deals. And a fastball at the knees, 2-1. That misses, 3-1. From Hertzler. And a ground ball foul. That was ball 4 up on the hands. The count is full 3-2. Hertzler a pitch away from getting out of it. Here it comes. Ball 4. And you got to think that'll probably be the end of the line for him.
Catcher, number 19, Joseph Duffer.
Duffer will bat. And they are going to leave him in there. First and third, 2 outs. Try to let him work his way out of it. It's always a good thing to see when you're able to do that. Duffer awaits the pitch. Strike called. I don't remember him having really erratic control last year. He was typically throwing strikes, very good velocity, but trying to work around it here tonight. 0-1. Swing. No, did not go. 1-1. Looked like he went around from my perspective, but I am not the umpire. 1-1. Missing, 2-1. For some reason there, he went with the slide step. I think you don't want to speed up your mechanics if you're Hertzler. Just stay in the stretch and try to make some pitches. 3-1. Three balls and a strike to Duffer. And he walked him. And the bases are loaded.
Second baseman, number 5, Sean Stewart.
And that's going to be it. So Strasburg and Peyton Trawick tried to give Hertzler an opportunity to get out of it, but just too many walks. So Hertzler will leave the game with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Strasburg's lead 9-2, and they're going to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the next pitcher right after this. New pitcher for Strasburg coming in for Noah Hertzler here in the 6th inning. It'll be Matthew Boyd. Boyd from Bristow, Virginia, 6'1" righty, 190. And he will come in to face the 9-hitter Sean Stewart, who is 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a ground out. Newmarket with a run in the inning. And nearly hitting Stewart, he continues to jump right into nearly jumping into the pitch. He did that last AB too. Bases full for the Rebels. Boyd trying to get Strasburg through the inning with just the 1 run allowed. 1-0. And missing, 2-0. Boyd's numbers, 12 2/3, 10 strikeouts, and a 3.55 ERA. 2-0 the count to the 9-hitter. Boyd sets. And he comes to the plate. That misses, 3-0. So unusual, Strasburg pitchers having trouble throwing strikes, something we haven't really had to deal with a lot this year, but we're seeing it here in the inning. Ingram only walked 2 through 5. 3-0 the count, and that's a strike, 3-1. No reason for Newmarket to even swing until you get to 2 strikes in this spot at least. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's fouled away. He does swing, and the count fills up at 3-2, and the runners will be on the move on the pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes. Runners go. The pitch is a ground ball down the first base line, but foul. So count holds at full, 3-2. 3-2. Boyd deals, and he walked him. And another run walked in. And it's 9-3.
Third baseman, number 8, Bryce Safrowich.
So an RBI on the walk for Stewart, making it 9-3. The Rebels suddenly walking themselves back into this game. Bases still loaded, 2 outs, top of the lineup, Safrowich, and he takes a strike. One swing here could make it a 9-7 game. And that would be a real momentum changer here. 0-1. In the dirt to the backstop, but runners have to hold 1-1. Final score from game 2 of the doubleheader. Woodstock beats Covington 2-1. So the River Bandits split with the Lumberjacks. Woodstock with a doubleheader at Charlottesville tomorrow. 1-1. Outside 2-1. Nine to 3 Express here in the top of the 6th inning. This has been a long, drawn-out inning. 2-1. And a liner up the middle. It's a base hit. And the runner falls down at third. He is still going to score. As he gets up, comes home to score, and it's 9-4. Excuse me, 9-5. 2 runs come in to score.
Right fielder, number 4, Jude Strasburg.
And we're seeing walks, the impact they can have on you. Strasburg has been in absolute command of this game all night, but suddenly not as comfortable. Two RBIs for Safrowich. Runner goes, and no throw to second. Dresmecki, the only guy that has not come up to bat here in the inning for the Rebels. So it's 1-0. A base hit here could make it a 9-7 game, in a game where it appears Newmarket has no more legitimate pitchers. 1-0 misses, 2-0. (2-0). 3-0. Strasburg just cannot throw strikes right now, and it's allowing Newmarket to get back into the game in a big way. Again, the starter, Ingram, went 5 innings, only walked 2. 3-0. Strike 1. Hertzler walked 4 through 2/3 of an inning, and Boyd has already walked 1. So that's 5 walks in the inning. 3-1. Ball 4. And the tying run steps up to the plate, and the dangerous hitter of Elrico Riley, probably the best hitter on this Rebels team. So another meeting at the mound. So it's now appearing that the mercy rule is probably out of the out of the possibilities for the Express. So meeting at the mound here with Boyd. This has turned into, quite frankly, a disastrous inning.
Center fielder, number 33, Elrico Riley.
So Elrico Riley, who led off the inning with a base hit, he is 3 for 3 tonight with 2 runs scored and a single. 3 singles and 2 runs scored, will bat as the tying run. This was a 9-1 game at one point. Riley takes a slider in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Rico Riley does have one home run coming into the game, 13 RBIs. 0-1, bases full for the Rebels. Swing and a miss. He threw the breaking ball and had him way out in front, 0-2. And the Rebels are out hitting the Express 8-6 here tonight. Boyd way ahead in the count, 0-2. 0-2 pitch. And a foul ball. Got him lunging way out in front. Still, no balls and 2 strikes. We'll do it again, 0-2. And a swing and a miss, and he struck him out. What a time to get Elrico Riley down on strikes, as that's the 3rd out here in this very long 6th inning. So the Rebels do score 4 runs on 2 hits. There were 6 walks in the inning. Strasburg's lead takes a hit, but they still lead at 9-5 as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Number 25, Mitchell Smith.
We go to the bottom of the 6th. Strasburg up 9-5. New pitcher for the Rebels. They are going to Elrico Riley to take over on the mound here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Riley, who is playing center field, will come into pitch here. And again, I think this is part of the lack of pitching available for the Rebels. So Riley from Florida Southern College takes over on the mound, and he will face 8-9 and 7-8-9 Smith, LaSala, and Parker. Mitchell Smith is 1 for 3 tonight with a base hit and a run scored in the second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball right by him. 0-1. Oh, 1 to Smith. And fastball inside, 1-1. One is a strike, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And that misses. Rico Riley actually has very good pitching numbers. 4 2/3, 11 strikeouts, and a 0 ERA. So he has 11 strikeouts in just under 5 innings. 2-2 the count to Mitchell Smith. The righty sets and he delivers. Fouled back. Definitely got some good velocity on the fastball. And breaking ball misses. Good eye there from Smith. Make sure you are with us in the 7th. We will have history for you on this day in baseball history, July 6th, dating back to the early 1900s. Full count coming up to Mitchell Smith, trying to get on to start the inning for the Express. Riley deals, and it's fouled out of play. Still 3-2. Got Kelly watching from Mississippi. Barbara, as always, watching. Three-two. From the stretch, Riley induces a ground ball to short. Irizarry throws to first in time. Smith hustling down the line once again. But that's the first out here in the 6th inning.
Shortstop, number 12, Anthony LaSala.
It brings Anthony LaSala to the plate. LaSala 0 for 2 with a fly out to right, a pop out to short, and a hit by pitch and a run scored back in the second. Riley deals, fastball missing, down and out, 1-0. And it's popped up over our heads and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Yeah, you got to think that because the Rebels, they put some runs up on the board, they put this guy in here. He's got a live arm. He's pretty good. 1-1. That's up high, 2-1. And that's something that we've seen from time to time with this Strasburg team, where they've had opportunities to punch somebody and knock them on the rear end, but instead they don't do so, and it keeps the other team in the game and lets them use some better arms and can really have an impact. 2-1. That's up high, just missing, 3-1. We saw that on Monday with Stanton. The Braves used some of their better arms because Strasburg didn't put them away when they probably should have. And you can't blame Strasburg's offense tonight. It's more about the pitching in that last inning. 3-1. A walk would be nice. And strike called, 3-2. On deck's Cade Parker. He's 0 for 2 on the night out of the 9 spot. Riley's 3-2 as a ground ball down the first baseline. What a stop by Epley. He lays out, tosses it to Riley, covering the bag in time, and that is the second out. Great play over there by the diving first baseman, Austin Epley, possibly saving extra bases.
Third baseman, number 5, Cade Parker.
Scored 3-1 for the second out here in the sixth. And that brings up Cade Parker. Parker, the third baseman. So Rico Riley looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Try to keep this a 4-run game into the seventh. Parker takes inside. Don't know how he even got out of the way. His arms had to be pulled back. 1-0. Up high, 2-0. On deck, the leadoff man, Jaden Davis. Top of the lineup next for Strasburg. 9-5 Express here in the last of the sixth inning. Now Rico Riley's 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. In there, 2-2. Rebels will have Epley, Saltzman, and Irizarry due up in the seventh. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Crowd can't believe it. Parker can't believe it. And that does it here in the inning. Strasburg, after allowing 4 in the top of the sixth, go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the sixth. Rebels with a little bit of momentum here. We go to the seventh, 9-5 Strasburg. We're off to the seventh from Strasburg. The Express lead at 9-5. Matthew Boyd still on the mound for the Express, and he will face Austin Epley to start it off here. Momentum definitely on the Rebels' side right now. The pitch up high, 1-0. It is history time as we start the seventh inning on this day, July 6th. We will get it started tonight from 1915. 1-0. The pitch. And that misses, 2-0. Today in 1917, Ty Cobb's hitting streak ends at 35 games as the White Sox pitchers hold him hitless. He began his streak on May 31st. 2-0. That's a strike at the knees. 2-1. Austin Epley, the batter. He is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk and a run scored in the 6th inning. And a high pop-up into left. Playable for Victor Castillo. He looks up into the lights and makes the catch for the first out in the 7th. That's what Strasburg really needed to start this inning. Quick out.
Center fielder number 27, Aaron Saltzman.
It'll be the center fielder, Aaron Saltzman. He is 2 for 2 tonight with 2 singles and a walk. Boyd sets and delivers, and it's popped up foul and out of play. Today in 1933 at Chicago's Comiskey Park, the first ever All-Star game is played. Babe Ruth's 2-run home run helps the American League defeat the senior circuit 4-2. John McGraw comes out of retirement to manage the National League squad. 0-1, and fouled off his hands. 0-2. Today in 1941, a center field monument dedicated to Lou Gehrig is unveiled by the Yankees. The memorial is a tribute by his teammates of their beloved captain who died last month of ALS. Today in 1941. 0-2 the count. Another breaking ball. This time it's laced into left for a base hit. And a third hit of the night for Saltzman. 9th for the Rebels overall.
Shortstop number 26, Carlos Irizarry.
It'll bring up Carlos Irizarry, the shortstop, 0 for 3. Boyd looking for the ground ball double play, at least get an out. It's a ball, 1-0. And fouled back. Today in 1952, Dodgers pitcher Ben Wade homers twice in an 8-2 win over the Atlanta Braves. Or might not have been Atlanta Braves then. Boston Braves, excuse me. 1-1. And Boyd missing somewhere, 2-1. Called for a ball, 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike to Irizarry, and that's fouled back, 2-2. And the 2-2 is a strike 3 called. And I believe that's the first strikeout looking of the night for the Rebels, and only, I think, their second strikeout of the night in general. Pinch hitter here for Cutney. So Evan Smith, who came into the game to play left, will bat here. Luke Smith, excuse me. So he bats from the left side here against the righty Boyd. The pitch to Smith will have to hold, throw to first. So Luke Smith out of the College of William and Mary from Fayetteville, New York. Batting for the first time tonight. That one misses, 1-0. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Strasburg up 9-5. Long look in, 1-0. Swing, check swing. And I think they called it a foul ball. I believe it was called a foul ball. And we believe it's 1-1. They're over to first. We had one of those the other night where we didn't know if it was a ball or a foul ball or a strike. 1-1. Runner goes. The pitch is lined foul down the right field line, 1-2. Today, 1973, Cubs pitcher Fergie Jenkins beats the Padres 8-5 for his 13th straight win over San Diego. The streak began on May 12, 1969. And just missing inside. Boyd thought it was strike 3, 2-2. Very close. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And a ground ball to first, past the first baseman into right. Had him struck out, but didn't. The umpire didn't call him out. So it'll be first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning for the Rebels.
The catcher, number 19, Joseph Duffer.
Here's Joseph Duffer, the catcher, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored back in the 6th. Credit to the Rebels, continue to hit the baseball. 10 hits on the night. One swing can make this a 1-run game. The pitch. Strike 1, 0-1. Important to work ahead in the count. Today, 1976, Houston's J.R. Richard allows 10 walks but no runs and shutting out the Mets 1-0 in 10 innings. 0-1 to Duffer. Swing and a miss on an elevated breaking ball, 0-2. Today in 1980, Steve Carlton becomes the Major League's left-handed strikeout king, fanning 7 in a 8-3 win for the Phillies over the Cardinals, as that's fouled away, still 0-2. That brought his total to 2,836. Steve Carlton, known as Lefty. 0-2 the count. Looking for a strikeout or at least an out is Boyd. And just missing again on a pitch that was very similar to the first. And home plate umpire getting in an argument behind the plate. The count is 1-2. One, two. And strike 3 called. As he gets a standing ovation, he says, "I'll be here all week," to the crowd. Great response from the home plate umpire. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch. Strasburg leads at 9-5. Welcome back to Strasburg as we start the bottom of the 7th. A pitch clock violation has been called on Elrico Riley. So the count is 1-0 to Jaden Davis to start the bottom half of the 7th inning for the Express. Davis takes inside 2-0.
Train station. Congratulations.
2-0 is up high, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. I'd like to see the green light here. If he connects, it's going a long way. And he hits it high into the air to right field. He got under it, and making the catch is Dresmecki, and that's the first out here in the 7th.
Left fielder number 1, Victor Castillo.
Here's Victor Castillo, the left fielder. 2 for 2, a home run, a grand slam home run, a single, 2 walks, and 2 runs scored. I'd like to see a little drag bunt, first base side. They're not expecting it at all. The pitch, and that's fouled away. Today in 1986, in the Athletics 6-3 win over Milwaukee, Tony Phillips of the A's ties the Major League mark with 12 assists at second base. That 12 would be matched next month. Oh and 1 to Castillo. Riley deals, and the pitch misses. 1-1. And that misses. 3-0. Excuse me, 2-1.
It's a foul ball.
2-1 pitch. And that's fouled away. I got a couple of funny ones here. First one, though, 1992, the Cardinals.
Those foul balls to the train station.
1992, Commissioner Fay Vincent orders realignment of the National League for the 1993 season, forcing the Cubs and Cardinals into the Western Division. The two teams will oppose the move, and the NL will split into 3 divisions in 1994. They are now in the Central. Hard to believe the Braves used to be in the West. 2-2. And the ground ball to first. That's going to be picked by Epley. He will toss to Elrico Riley covering. 3-1 on the putout, and there are 2 outs in the 7th. So Elrico Riley has faced 5 and gotten all 5 out. 2 outs now.
The batter, number 13, Jacob Friend.
Here's Jacob Friend. All right, here's our history fact. Relatable to here. 1992, Cardinals-Padres game is held up for 4 minutes when a wild skunk wanders onto the field. The Cardinals eventually win the game 4-0 on a Mark Clark 4-hitter. We have not seen the skunk yet. We've got 30 minutes until it comes out. Wakes up at about 10 o'clock. First pitch is a check swing. He went around 0-1. 0-1 the count. Friend takes a breaking ball down. Jacob, 2 walks, a hit by a pitch, and a ground out tonight. One swing and a foul ball. Here's a history note that I wish would still be possible today. Today in 2008, the Braves and Astros set a Turner Field record by going 17 innings. Atlanta used 21 players. Houston used 20. Yanel Escobar came to the plate 9 times, collecting 4 hits. The contest ended when Mark Teixeira hit a bases-loaded single to win the game. 1-2, Elrico Riley sets and deals, and that is in there for a called strike 3. Elrico Riley, 6 up, 6 down for the Newmarket Rebels. We're through 7 and off to the 8th. Strasburg leads it 9-5. We go to the top of the 8th. Strasburg up 9-5. And umpires are going to get together here. Sean Stewart's going to lead it off for Newmarket against Matthew Boyd, who's going to try to work another inning here. So umpires are going to get together over something. We'll see what that could be. Don't know if it's a lineup issue or... Okay, just one was the question or the answer. I don't know about one what. Could be visit related, possibly. All right, here we go. First pitch coming up to start the 8th inning for Sean Stewart. And he takes a strike. Stewart, 2 walks and a ground out tonight. We'll continue a little bit more history here in the top of the 8th. 0-1. Boyd deals. Strike 2. Today in 2009, the Phillies jump on the Reds for 10 runs in the first, featuring home runs by Shane Victorino, Greg Dobbs, and Chase Utley on their way to a 22-1 drubbing of Cincinnati. Inside, missing 1 and 2. Jason Worth added a grand slam in the 8th off of infielder Paul Yanish as the Reds suffer the worst defeat of their long history. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and pitches a changeup in the dirt, 2 and 2. Today in 2010, Alex Rodriguez hits the 21st grand slam of his career and adds a solo homer to bring his career total to 597. Stewart takes inside, continues to jump around in the batter's box. Don't know. 3 and 2. Counts full. And ball 4. And he walks the leadoff man on
Third baseman, Bryce Safford.
about 7 pitches. Here's Bryce Safrowitz, the third baseman. So Newmarket keeping it interesting. I guess you'd have to say Strasburg is also keeping it interesting here. Some other factors as well. The pitch. Fouled back off the pole, 0-1. Today in 2013, the Giants lose a first inning run when they are caught batting out of order against the Dodgers. Finish that up in a second. 0-1. Boyd sets and deals. Missing. 1-1. Catcher Buster Posey is listed as batting 4th on the official lineup, but comes up in the 3rd spot in the inning and drives in a run with a double. The Dodgers appeal successfully, and Pablo Sandoval, who should have batted 3rd, is called out while the hit is wiped out. Posey hits again in his rightful spot, but flies out to end the inning. Speaking of fly out, here's a fly ball to center. De Los Santos will hustle in and make the catch. And there's 1 out here in the 8th.
Right fielder number 4, Jude Dresmecki.
Here's Jude Dresmecki, the right fielder. Dresmecki is 1 for 3 tonight. Single in the 1st and a walk in the 6th. Pitch to the lefty, Dresmecki. Down and in, 1-0. Today in 2016, the Orioles and Dodgers combined for 36 strikeouts in a 14-inning game at Dodger Stadium. Guess who had a 6-hit game for the Dodgers in that game? You would never believe it. Chase Utley. 1-0. Throw back to first by Friend and safe. The count is 2-0. Today in 2017, with 2 hits and a 4-3 loss to the Cardinals, Marlins outfielder Ichiro Suzuki becomes the all-time leader in that category for players born outside the United States, with 3,054 passing Rod Carew. Another throw to first. Final one for you here tonight. Today in 2022, Aaron Judge hits his 30th home run of the year, a grand slam, and a Yankees 16-0 demolition of the Pirates. That is a called strike. He is the 4th Yankees hitter to reach the mark before the All-Star game. following Roger Maris in 61, A-Rod in 2007, and himself in 2017. 2-1. Dresmecki takes inside. It's 3-1. Those are our history notes for you on this day in baseball history, July 6th. 3 balls and a strike with a man on first and 1 out here in the 8th. Strasburg up 9-5. Boyd deals. It is up high, and the walks continue here late in this game for the Express. And number 6 is going to bat here in the spot of Elrico Riley. They just yelled, "Let's go Shohei," so I'm assuming he's a pitcher. Oh, it's Kyle Musser.
Now batting number 6, Kyle Musser.
From Cornell University. So Musser, who is listed as an outfielder. So Musser will bat here, first and second and 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball up high, 1-0. So Musser batting here in the spot of Riley. Musser batting .278. He is hitting .500. I'm guessing 1 for 2 off of Boyd on the season. 1-0. Taking all the way for a strike, 1-1. One fouled into the netting, into the dugout, 1-2. Time called by the home plate umpire. Looking for the double play. Musser trying to keep it going, and he pops it up, fouling out of play. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Waynesboro leads Front Royal 7-1, bottom of the 8th. Percival leads Charlottesville 3-0, bottom of the 8th. Stanton leads Culpeper 9-3, top of the 7th. 1-2 again, Boyd, and he misses 2-2. You absolutely cannot, and I mean cannot, walk this man and bring the tying run to the plate. 2-2. And he pops it up in the infield. Infield fly rule is called. It's a fair ball. The ball's dropped, but it doesn't matter. Now the base runner is trying to run, and he does not throw it to second for some reason. Parker could have thrown it to second. Evidently, Stewart didn't understand what had happened there. It was the infield fly rule. Parker dropped the baseball. It's the second out of the inning. Everyone else holds up. You can move up on the infield fly at your own discretion, I think is the appropriate language there, which it was Stewart's discretion to take off, but it wasn't smart discretion. So there are 2 outs now after the infield fly. Scored a pop out to third. And here's Epley. Takes inside, 1-0. Rebels down by 4, but they have men on first and second and 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. One-0. Swing and a miss. Big healthy hack. 1-1. Upcoming schedule for both of these teams. Strasburg is at Harrisonburg tomorrow night for a 7:30 start. Again, that's a 7:30 start, weather permitting. And Boyd trying to throw back to second and nearly throws it into the outfield. Don't really know why, but count is still 1-1. Meanwhile, Newmarket will be at Waynesboro. That's a 7 o'clock start. 1-1. And a ground ball up the middle through the wickets of the shortstop LaSala. One will score, and moving up to third is Epley. Moving up to third is Dresnecki, and it's 9-6 here in the 8th inning. Bad time for that error for La Sala.
Now batting number 27, Aaron Saltzman.
So Stewart scores, and Dresmecki is up to third. So Epley reaches on the E6. First error of the night for Strasburg. No RBI, and we will have a pitching change. We'll tell you about the new pitcher after this. Things are getting close here in Strasburg. Welcome back to Strasburg. The Express are now in a little bit of trouble after leading this game 9-1. It's 9-6.
Center fielder number 27, Aaron Saltzman.
And the tying run stepping up to the plate in the person of Aaron Saltzman, who is 3 for 3 tonight with 3 singles and a walk. New pitcher is Alex Rosario. He will relieve Matthew Boyd, who went 2 innings and he's done. The pitch, strike one. The Rebels have been battling back in big part because of walks and base hits. The last 2 pitchers for Strasburg out of the bullpen, Hertzler and Boyd, combined for 4 walks each, so 8 walks. It's just incredible. 0-1 from Rosario. Strike 2 as he drops it in there. Quickly 0-2. Rosario here on the summer, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, and a 0 ERA. Rosario out of San Jack from Astoria, New York. 0-2 to Saltzman. He sets and deals. Breaking ball grounded through the hole on the right side of the infield. Another run's going to score. Had him in an 0-2 count, and it's 9-7 here in the 8th. Wow.
Shortstop number 26, Carlos Irizarry.
Cannot let him get that hit in an 0-2 count. So just like that, the go-ahead run is at the plate here. and Carlos Irizarry, who is 0 for 4. Tying runs at first. He takes a strike, 0-1. Strasburg has 4, 5, 6 due up, meat of their lineup. They need to, if they can hold it here, they've got to come out and try to do something on offense. They haven't scored since the 5th inning. Rebels have been scoring late here in this one. 0-1 to Irizarry. And a ground ball to first, stopped by Smith. Tagging first is the pitcher, Rosario. And oh, so close to another disaster there, but a great job there by the first baseman Smith to stay down on it just enough to block it and toss it to the pitcher covering in time. The Rebels do score 2 runs, and their lead, I should say their deficit, is now down to 2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher coming on for the Rebels. We'll tell you about him after this. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning.
Joe De Los Santos.
Kyle Muser will come into the game now to pitch for the Rebels, and he will face 4, 5, 6 De Los Santos, Ector, and Vaughn for the Express. Strasburg's lead down to 2, 9-7. De Los Santos is 1 for 3 tonight, singled 2 RBIs in the 4th, and he has a walk in the 5th. Swing and a miss, 0-1. And I mean, the Rebels, you got to think about this. The Rebels are pitching guys that are not pitchers. He lollipops one in there. De Los Santos pops it up in foul territory. And that is the first out here in the 8th inning. Again, that was probably coming in at 40, 45 miles per hour.
Fielder number 26, Thad Hector.
And De Los Santos popped it up. Wow, that's the first out here in the 8th. I mean, the Rebels are not pitching actual pitchers, and they've gotten more and more into this game as it's gone on. So a foul pop out for the first out. Here's Ector. The pitch. Ball low, 1-0. And strike. And that is a hard hit grounder to second. It eats the second baseman up. Throw to first is in time. And there are 2 outs. Hector did not run.
DH number 20, Logan Vaughn.
Peyton Trawick, a few words for Hector, who would have been safe if he ran with his full potential. And a pop up to right. It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Muser. And the Rebels have all the momentum in the world going to the 9th inning. Strasburg 9, Rebels 7. We'll see what happens right after this. We go to the top of the ninth. New pitcher for Strasburg. It's Tristan Wynn. And the first pitch is a strike to Luke Smith, 0-1. Luke Smith awaits the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. It'll be Smith, Duffer, and Stewart here in the top of the ninth. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Tristan Wynn, 3 pitches and 1 out here in the top of the ninth inning for the Express.
Now batting number 19, Joseph Duffer.
So 1 up, 1 down for Wynn. The pitch. And a pop-up into center. De Los Santos jogs in, makes the catch, and there are 2 outs in the ninth. And it'll be up to the 9-hitter, Sean Stewart.
Second baseman, number 5, Sean Stewart.
Stewart now batting from the right side. He was from the left side all night. He was able to dodge baseballs and jump out of the way. So 1 out left for Strasburg to get here in the ninth. Pitch from Wynn misses. Tristan Wynn's numbers on the season: 9 2/3, 8 strikeouts, 2.79 ERA. 1-0 to Stewart. The pitch. A ground ball to second. Charging is Davis. Throw to first, and the Express escape with a victory. Wasn't pretty in the slightest, but Strasburg has won their 18th game of the season. They are now 18-7. And as of right now, their lead in the Valley League standings is back up to a game and a half as they win it tonight, defeating the Newmarket Rebels in a game that lasted 3 hours and 2 minutes. The Rebels go down unceremoniously in the ninth inning after threatening and really getting back into this game. They go down 1-2-3 as Tristan Wynn locks down the save for the Express. Strasburg wins it tonight 9-7 in a game that they really nearly let get away from themselves. Here's tonight's final line score. The victorious Strasburg Express, 9 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The losing Newmarket Rebels, 7 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher tonight is Strasburg's Chase Ingram. He went 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. The losing pitcher was Luke Dresmecki. He went 2 innings, allowing 3 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And the save goes to Tristan Wynn. 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. With the win, Strasburg is now 18-7 on the season. They now have a 2-game winning streak after their 7-game winning streak was ended on Monday. They've won 2 in a row. Meanwhile, the Rebels have lost for the 16th time this summer. They are now 11-16. Just a reminder, tomorrow night Strasburg will be on the road. They'll be at Harrisonburg for a 7:30 start. Meanwhile, the Rebels will be on the road as well. They will be at Waynesboro. That's a 7 o'clock start. We want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight as the Express are victorious. We will be back here on Saturday night at 7 o'clock as the Express will host the Charlottesville Tom Sox, and we look forward to talking to you again then. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great Friday, and we will talk to you again on Saturday night from Strasburg as the Express look to keep their solid season going here in 2023. It's been a pleasure being with you here this evening. Thanks for welcoming myself and the Express and Valley League into your living room here tonight. Strasburg wins it tonight 9-7, and they have won their 18th game of the season. We will talk to you again on Saturday night. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2023 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.